On October 3rd, 2012, the then incumbent president Barack Obama and the Republican nominee Mitt Romney had one of their final presidential debates. October 3rd happened to be Obama's 20th wedding anniversary, and Mitt Romney even joked that it was the most
romantic place you could imagine, here with me.
Fast forward 4 years to the next presidential election, and the future president is coming for everyone's throat.
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there.
So what happened in those 4 years that changed the way politics is even done? I mean, now we know that everything's political, from sports, movies, books, museums even, and every athlete, musician, actor, or just general celebrity is shoving their political views down your throat. It's always been this political, as far as I can tell from history, but I don't think it's always been this hostile. I think the hostility is a new thing, but where does it come from? Well, it boils down to one thing, and that's polarization. And as you and I both know, as we've watched over the past 10 years, that there's no person more polarizing than Donald John Trump, who happens to be our president right now and was the president in 2016, although he took a short hiatus in 2020. Donald Trump has always been controversial and polarizing. I mean, he was a real estate mogul that then became the leader of the free world, and he never cared once what came out of his mouth as long as it got him to win. As polarizing and controversial as Trump is, he pushes the people that aren't with him farther and farther away from him. But it's not entirely Trump's fault or like the left people who don't like him. It's a mixture, right? It takes two to tango, as the old saying goes. They've had this joint partnership in dividing the country more. You can't be a good person and like Trump, or you can't be a good person and watch CNN. Trump thinks that the left is killing America, and the left thinks that Trump is killing America, and they can't see eye to eye, so each one has to be the devil. I mean, Trump has to be the devil. He's against my views. Quite frankly, I don't like the left. And even now, in just everyday conversations, the smartest thing to do is not bring up politics unless you want to have a longer conversation that could turn into a 2-hour ramble about why my political beliefs are wrong and yours are right. There's not a friendly banter anymore. It's my way or it's the highway. My opinion is not an opinion, it's my truth. That's the wrong way of thinking, because that just helps no one. It doesn't help you, because what if you find out later that your truth is wrong? But it's also just not helpful because it doesn't build a bridge. Build a bridge where you can. If people want to keep dividing, then you got to build bridges where you can. Sure, I don't agree with everything on the right, and I don't agree with everything on the left. That doesn't mean I'm not going to agree with the person that's on the right or on the left. That's just their opinions. It's just my opinion. Who really cares? You could have a genius now who has cured cancer, landed on the moon backwards, swam back through space, and discovered the whole ocean, and somebody would go,
well, he's not Republican, so I don't necessarily give him props.
Or,
well, he's not, I mean, he did vote for Trump. So
nobody cares that he voted one way or another. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't make curing cancer any less valuable to the world. If you can't see past someone's political opinions, then you are the problem. Get past it. It's not that serious. Politics should not be a personality trait. Oh, well, I'm a Republican. Oh, well, I'm a Democrat. That is not your personality. It should not be. It's annoying if it is. Everybody's gonna start to kind of move away from you if it is, because it's just annoying. I mean, yes, you should know at least something about politics just so you can form your own opinion. You don't have to dive into it head first and be like, well, I read the Wall Street Journal, CNN, Fox, the BBC News, and whatever else 5 times a day just to make sure I'm up. You're too far into it. Read a little. Maybe read the top headlines of the day. Maybe read the top headlines of the week or the month. But at least be able to form your own opinion. Do not make that opinion your whole life. Now, with all this being said, there does seem to be movement towards rekindling and being more civil with each other. There was an ad with the Republican governor of Utah and the Democratic governor of Maryland. They did an ad to show that, yeah, we're just people. Sure, he may be a Republican, sure, he may be a Democrat, but they're both bald. They both have kids and love their kids. They both love their wife. They have the same goal to make their state better. They may be going about it different ways, but they have the same goal. I'll link the ad in the description. I mean, it's a minute ad, but it's just good because they're talking about how politics does not define your relationships and shouldn't define your relationships. Because now more than ever, we need to see things like this. We need to see people connecting and agreeing no matter which side they fall on. I think we just need to be reminded that politics is not the end all be all. And someone who has a differing opinion than you is not a bad person. They just have a different opinion. And that's good, because if we all had the same opinions, then this wouldn't be a free country. We'd be forced to believe that this is the right way, this is the right way, this is the right way, which thankfully we don't have to think about. We can believe what we want to believe. We can have whatever opinion we want, and we have the right to be wrong, and we have the right to be right. And that's what's so fantastic about the experiment that is the United States of America.